selecting an almond cultivar and rootstock, growers must consider soil conditions, diseases, and climate. The most common varieties in California are Nonpareil, Monterey, and Butte. The reason that Nonpareil is the most popular is because it is a high-quality nut and gets the highest prices. Common rootstocks in California include Nemagard, which is a peach rootstock, common in the San Joaquin Valley because it is resistant to nematodes. Lovell, another peach rootstock, is common in the Sacramento Valley because it is tolerant of heavy soils. Crimps 86 is a new rootstock with exceptional anchorage and massive roots. It is recommended for the Sacramento Valley due to its tolerance of heavy soils. Viking is a peach, almond, plum, and apricot hybrid rootstock. It is similar to Nemagard, but more resistant to nematodes and diseases with better anchorage. It is recommended in the San Joaquin Valley. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sebastian, and I want to talk to you a little bit about the irrigation practices that are done here in California for most almond orchards. So first things first, almonds do take up a lot of water, and as we all know, in this drought period, water is not cheap. So farmers are utilizing their resources and tools as far as using items like pressure bombs, soil probes, that will all give the farmer or a crop advisor, whatever you want to call it, a guesstimate analysis as far as what's going on in the tree and what's going on in the soil to make sure that water is being given at the right time and in the right place. So with the use of micro drip irrigation, you can pinpoint where you want the water and where it's going to be used in the most highest quantity, versus back in the day that kind of stuff wasn't necessarily looked at. Orchards were flooded, a lot of water was wasted, as some people would like to call it.
Pre-harvest maintenance at the Chico State University farm consists of mowing the weeds between the trees and cutting the suckers off of the bases of the trunks. Before the crop has fully formed on the tree, liquid nitrogen is sprayed near the bases of the trunks.
Hi, I'm Jose Costa. I'm going to be talking to you guys about almond harvest. Almonds are usually harvested between mid-August to mid-September. If a large amount of almonds fall to the floor, this means that the trees are ready to be mechanically shaken. This is done by a machine called the shaker. The shaker grabs the tree and shakes its trunk until all the almonds fall to the floor. Once the almonds are shaken all to the floor, they are left there to dry. This can last between 1 to 3 weeks or even more if necessary given the weather conditions. This is because the almonds cannot be harvested until they are dry to 6 to 8% humidity. This is determined by grabbing one of the almonds on the floor throughout the orchard floor and seeing if the hull cracks when opened. The reason they are not able to harvest almonds until they are dry to that specific humidity is because the almonds will not go through the processor when the hulls are too wet or the nut is too wet due to preservation of both the hulls and the almond itself. Once the almonds are dry enough to be harvested, a sweeper will go in through the orchard and sweep up all the almonds into rows. These rows will facilitate for the harvester to go over them and pick the almonds up. Before the harvester comes around, the farmers are left with an option of whether they want to condition their nuts or not. This means a conditioner will pass over that pile of nuts and evenly spread them out, taking out sticks and leaves and maybe other debris before the harvester comes to make the final pickup. The runner unloads the big load that it carries into an elevator. This elevator is key because it enables for the almonds to be dumped into it and loaded up into the trailers, which will be then taken to the processor.
Immediately after harvest at the Chico State farm, the orchards are floated in between the trees. This year, the trees were hedged between the rows. The prunings were left in the orchard where they were shredded, recycling the organic matter back into the soil. A lot amount of time is put into the maintenance of the irrigation system that was probably damaged during harvest by the shakers and the sweepers. Almond orchards were then fertilized by pelleted potash that was dropped on either side of the trees. After the potash is all dispersed, the orchard will get its first water since before harvest.